Welcome back to the program. All right, there are four cardinal virtues: prudence, justice, fortitude, and temperance. And the first one that we're going to talk about is the virtue of prudence, and that is an intellectual virtue, so it's in the human intellect, and that's the virtue by which we know the right means to achieve a good end. Right? So prudence is essential for virtuous living. It's essential for making progress in the spiritual life. So if you lack prudence, then you're going to have a difficult time developing the other virtues, and you're going to have a difficult time growing in holiness. So it's infused into, it's in the intellect, and it's the virtue by which we know the right means to achieve a good end. St. Thomas Aquinas, when he talks about virtue, he talks about the different parts of a virtue. There are three different parts that he mentions: integral parts, subjective parts, and potential parts. And with respect to the virtue of prudence, he says there are 8 integral parts, or 8 sub-virtues that have to be in place in order to exercise prudence to its fullest. So if you're lacking any of those 8 sub-virtues or integral virtues, then your prudence, your judgment's going to be compromised to some degree. Remember, there are 2 kinds of virtues I mentioned in a previous video: natural virtue and infused virtue. Natural virtue, we are the cause of, and we can build up on our own, but it's ordered towards a created thing. Whereas an infused virtue, that's caused by God, and it can only be increased by God. So on our part, in order for the infused virtues to be more operative in our life, we have to get rid of the vices and all the various faculties of our soul so that those higher virtues can have more of an impact on our life. So in the next video, we'll start breaking down the 8 integral parts of the virtue of prudence. Take care.